Hey, g'day guys. Sam here from TradeToProspa. How you going? Here to discuss Moonbeam and looking at the levels and so on. And are we still to accumulate? Is it going to pull back? I do believe this is the bottom. Now, looking at the weekly, we have a 618 level. So let's just zoom in for this. So I've aligned my 618, and if we look on the daily, the indicators, there's not much that we can go with, because it's such a small time frame. However, let's have a look at the daily. It might give us a bit more interest in there. So there is bearish divergence, as you can see, on the daily. However, there could also be hidden bullish divergence in the making. So let's just say that's the case. We have a clear. Now this might break up to the upside. It might be a good entry at this point, but that's on the daily. Let's have a better look close up. So what I have is pretty much a double bottom on this one. So we had our fake out, 1, 2, 3, and then potentially up. So what we're having at the moment is consolidation. If I was to do that, consolidation under this resistance and support on the 0.5. So it's a bit of a range, nothing like this. So we've broken above it, which is good. I did actually last time I did, maybe it was our team on the Telegram channel. I said for buy, so that's where it is. So I averaged in, and this might just give us a chance. I don't know if it does come back down. If Bitcoin comes down, it might come to this pocket before we go up again. But I think it's a good buy. Continue on. Have your stop losses maybe if you're coming in late. Let's have a closer look. As doesn't quite help you guys there. Let's just clean this up. So what we have is our 20 moving averages here on the daily, or 21. So EMA and MA. And what's this one here? That is our 50 moving average on the daily. So the 50 is, if it worst case scenario, I wouldn't rely on this, but the 20 is doing its job. And what we can see based on the way I've set up the Fibonacci and the alignment, it's a bit of a method to my madness. So if you look at this level here, just right there, I'll try to make it the 1.414. There is some method to it, and you look at the others, look at the other levels to make sense of it. If I was to push this down to that as one, you can say that is the resistance, that is the support, and so on, the 20 moving average. But I like the idea that this is close to the 1 point. This is the main resistance, 618. So you can trade that on the breakout. This one here is a 50, I think, 200. Okay, 200 daily. It's acting as a resistance, very similar to Bitcoin, but just a bit higher. And you might want to either trade the breakout or buy the. This is a good buy, I think, right there with the 20 moving average, assuming that Bitcoin's not going to drop. So if we have a quick look at Bitcoin, where are we? So here's Bitcoin for us. Um, it's at a level that can continue on with support. So if it drops this level, then we are probably going to drop a bit more. Yep, there is bearish divergence, but at the same time, while this is going sideways, it looks like a bit of a reversal potentially, or continue on. There's a fractal that I can talk about. I'll talk in Bitcoin in more detail next video. But as long as Bitcoin doesn't drop this level, the likes of this is likely to continue up. So we might be here for a while sideways, just like Bitcoin. And I think this has a better chance of breaking up and then hitting our main resistance, which is probably here as well. Yep. And but that is at least that's a good move. And then we might just come back and then see what happens. But this looks like accumulation double bottom. That is, I want to make a response. We might just come back down one more, or do that potentially. So there is that possibility, and Bitcoin has that possibility as well. So just raise your stop losses, guys. This is a clear one. It's not far off, and I think that's a good one to enter. If we look on the 4 hour, it's ranging, and you might want to trade this breakout. So we are getting some momentum. Doesn't look the best, does it? Buying support, and I think it's not as good as the other alts in terms of performance. I would still put my stop loss under this moving average if it was to come down, but at the moment it's clear support, and it's likely, in my opinion, to gain some momentum if Bitcoin does the same. A hard one to enter. You've got to keep your eyes on both for this one. Very much like Ethereum and Bitcoin, they're aligned well, and this one is aligned well as well. So you can see how it's going sideways, following the Bitcoin path. So that's what I have. Long term wise, if this is the bull market, you got a lot to gain. And from my perspective, this is the level, $2. $2 is a short term target. We've got the 618 there, and we've got the 618 here from a number of perspectives. Would it get there? Could, why not? And but then we have all this target as well. So long term wise, um, if there's a bull market, we might just hit that for the short term, get another big move, and then come back down, and then set ourselves up for the next bull market. I'm thinking of that, but I do feel like this is one major bottom. We might just go up there, find that, come back down, and then this is sideways until we get until the market sorts itself out for the next bull run. And I suppose the Bitcoin halving, as we get closer to Bitcoin halving, we'll just rain sideways. I don't think we're going to just blast off, not with Moonbeam, until new stuff comes in. But that's my thoughts on a big level, high level, and I'm giving that out compared to others who probably not even talking about it. So I'll leave it at that. Please give me a like and share. Talk to you soon.